So, we've finally come to this point. Prince Malzafire, Prince Malz, as he will be called throughout his guide, is the final. Oh shit! I forgot curator. I'll get around to that afterwards. So Prince Malzafire is the final boss in the entire instance. And he is a Draenei slash one of the other new thingies. And he will be fighting you on his balcony. We'll get around to that. He's quite big, he hits quite hard. I think he has a fear and a knockback, possibly a bleed. I know he has a casting thing if there's no melee inside. He will start casting bolts on people and then people die. But I think he has a massive AoE fear. On top of that, he will also summon Infernals. And if he summons an Infernal, you need to move. So he will drop an Infernal on a random member of the raid. So you want to move out if it's on you. So you also want to be spread. But, yeah, that's enough chit-chat. Let's get into tactics. So, for this fight, you will be on his balcony. And because you're on his balcony, there's not a lot of room to hide. So, the best place to tank him is probably here. And you want to have the range or the melee spread out and the tanks basically facing this way. You want to be spaced enough so that if you get hit by an Infernal, this guy, you don't squish and stun the entire raid, because if you get hit by it, you stun the entire raid. So when the Infernals spawn, what you want is all of the range to nuke it down basically instantly, because as Infernals are on fire, they will do fire damage to anyone nearby, which is, you know, bad to anyone nearby. And you just want to basically kill them as soon as possible. There is a method which basically everyone used in the original TBC, and that is to stack all of the range and healers within the doorway where you come in, because they can't be hit by melee by Infernals that way. That means that the only people that are going to get hit by the Infernals are the melee and the tank, which is basically you just need to move out of that. There's probably a tank swap mechanic at some point. Don't know, lol. I think, maybe he knocks the main tank back, dumps a threat, and then the second tank needs to step in, but nevertheless. So what you want is to have the range, nuke the Infernals as fast as possible, melee, move away from the Infernal, and go rotate back on the boss once the Infernal is out of your way. You might want to have a tank pick up the Infernal, like the off tank pick up the Infernal. You nuke it down, and then you go back to Malzahar. Malzahar? Malz. Prince Malz. So once you've killed the Infernal, yeah, everyone should just go back to Prince Malz. If you're not using the literal easiest tactic in the entire game to kill this fight, the boss, then you want to have everyone spread out around the boss, making sure that the healers can reach everyone. So healer here, healer here. And as soon as you get an Infernal, you move away so you don't get hit by it. Because again, it stuns, it deals fire damage, and it will squish you. But that's basically it. It doesn't do much else. AoE fears, I think, so you probably want Fear Ward on the tank, or a healer so you can dispel the tank. Why can I not delete? Why is it not deleting? Did I do too much? It's fine, I can fix. So you want to do that, and then you'll basically get him down. It's not as a final boss goes, it's not that difficult if you use the proper tactics. And by proper tactics, I of course mean cheese the shit out of the entire fight, the way everyone did it back in TBC. So you want to have your range just standing here in the doorway. Heal the tanks, don't let the tanks die. That's basically it. Hang on. If the tanks die, you wipe. But keep an eye on the tanks, move away from the infernals, and you should be good to go. And that's it. That's basically the final boss. That is the Prince fight. Fight. Done. I mean, it's also nearly all of Karazhan except Curator, which I'll get to now. Unless I've already released Curator, in which case ignore this. But yeah, good luck, and thank you for watching.